p.m. all 3 days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's Irish Pub, located at 8th and P.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
The wait is over. It's Truck Month at Anderson Ford, which means big selection and even bigger savings on Ford F-150s. Like lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for only $195 per month. The truck that's built to work hard and play hard. Another reason you'll experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008409. Previous service letter. $195 per month for 36 months, 7,500 miles per year, 8,500 with type. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26.
Hey everyone, this is Austin Orman from Old School with Foreman and Orman, live from 1040 O Street in the heart of downtown Lincoln, weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. My favorite thing about downtown Lincoln has to be the year-round energy. Downtown Lincoln never stops. It's easy to get to, has everything you could need or want in dining, entertainment, and retail, and of course it has Lincoln's best sports talk, proudly located in downtown Lincoln on the corner of 11th and O.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
The place you call home should always be a place of comfort. Warm and cozy in winter, cool and relaxing in summer. If your home isn't delivering the comfort you expect, call Bryant. It's more than just hot and cold to them. It's about providing the best comfort solutions. And Bryant gives you a full 24-month test drive on your home comfort system. Get full details at BryantLincoln.com or call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Bryant, whatever it takes.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking for a fresh new hangout spot? Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
93.7 The Ticket Sports News go now.
This is Nick Wyman with your sports update. After a win over USC on Saturday, the Nebraska men's basketball team is in action tonight against UCLA. With a victory over the Bruins, the Cornhuskers will clinch a triple bye in the Big Ten basketball tournament next week. Tip-off between Nebraska and UCLA is scheduled for 10 p.m. Central Time and can be seen on FS1. While Nebraska baseball played in their first home game today against Omaha, the Nebraska softball team has their home opener this week as well. The Cornhuskers softball team matches up with South Dakota State for a doubleheader on Thursday, March 5th, with first pitch of those games scheduled for 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. at Bowlin Stadium. Nebraska volleyball will make its Sanford Pentagon debut in April with a spring match against Iowa State. The Huskers are coming off a 33-1 season and their third straight Big Ten championship with a perfect 20-0 conference record. First serve during this match between the Cornhuskers and the Cyclones is scheduled for 1 p.m. on April 11th in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Nebraska volleyball spring schedule also includes a match against Creighton in Omaha on April 17th. And for all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here at 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Strap up your headgear and try not to hit the mat too hard. This is Takedown Tuesday with Nebraska Wrestling head coach Mark Manning.
Facts don't lie. Wrestling is a pretty big deal in the Big Ten, so it's a pretty big deal to us.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, Mark Manning.
Alrighty. Welcome to Takedown Tuesday on 93.7 The Ticket. No Mark Manning today. Ridge Lovett, new founded head coach of Nebraska Wrestling. No, I'm just playing. But we're getting ready. Big Tens this weekend. It's going to be a good week.
In Pennsylvania, Big Ten. So a little bit of extra to it.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I already got my tickets. Me and my parents are working out the flights, all that. They got a hotel room, so we're going to be out there. It's going to be a good time.
You don't have to give the numbers, but you see a good spike in the hotel room prices? Does it seem like it's going to be a ride out there?
I didn't do that part.
Maybe the Reds did.
Yeah. Parents got that part, but tickets weren't too bad. I think they were like $170 for the 2 days.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, for that level of competition, that's fair.
Yeah. The tickets for NCAAs were like $600-700. Those were a little more expensive, but it's all right.
What's that? For the NCAAs, it cost $600 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Did not realize it was that expensive of a ticket.
Yeah, it was a little spendy. Well, I'm in the lower bowl, so like it's gonna cost a little bit more, and if you get them up top,
you don't get the rite of passage. It's like, hey, I'm a national champ. I just punched my ticket to go for free.
Right? They should hook a brother up. But
should be like a promo code or something.
But we were also late getting our tickets, but Director of Ops Brandon Bradley, shout out him. He made sure that I got taken care of. So there was a little privilege.
Okay. I'm glad you got something out of it. I figured you'd just be able to go for free.
Yeah, no. Not till I win the Olympics. Then I can be an announcer like Jordan Burroughs. They'll let me go in for free then. But
that is true.
Before we get too far into it, Takedown Tuesday on 93.7 The Ticket is sponsored by Stephen Smith Construction. Stephen Smith is an employee-owned company with nearly 250 employees with over 2,000 years of service combined. They lead the industry as a full-service concrete company specializing in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. Stephen Smith has locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, and you can learn more today at stephensmith.com. If you want to be a part of the show, you can chime in on our Starter Heyman Jewelers text line at 402-464-5685 or by leaving a comment on the Facebook, X, or YouTube streams. So, pre-seeds came out. They went with a new way that they did that. Usually, or in the past, they've had the coaches all put in their own seeds, and they kind of average it out, and they get the seeds that way. But because of collusion and all kinds of other stuff that was going on, they were like, okay, we want to go to just an algorithm. We'll put in these criteria for the seeds, and then whatever it spits out, that's what we're going to go with. Right? They only went through it one time. So some of the seeds are a little wonky, and they are subject to change. Schools can change their athlete and put somebody else in up till Thursday, and then there'll be a coaches meeting on Friday where they can adjust some of the seeds. But like with the criteria for the seeding, it was head-to-head is 25 points, common opponent 25 points, conference dual record is 20, quality match is 10, RPI, which is strength of schedule, is 10, coaches ranking 5, conference allocation 5. And that was like a running total. And I know like with like Trelly had like 870 some points, and he was like 150 points away from anybody else in his weight class. And
Holy smokes.
Only allowed to challenge the seed if you're within 15 points. So some of them is like, oh, they messed this up big time. But if that guy's not within 15 points, he can't bump up a seed. So there is a few, like the one that stood out the most that everyone on Twitter was all fired up about was Tofi Minto at the 1 with Levi Haynes at the 2. Levi Haynes undefeated this season, beat Tofi head to head. They are within 15 points. That's going to get flipped, right? So everyone on Twitter can kind of relax a little bit. I think it's fine the way it is with Tofi Minto number 1. That looks real good. got to be some character points for getting pushed off the stage in there.
In the Elder Zone.
Yeah.
In that one. So I like it. Hey, I've been on that big fan of him for a while now.
Absolutely.
So it's nice to see him get the 1 seed. I had to look it up because I was curious, like about the criteria. So it's a 100-point formula system, as you pointed out. And then you said head to head, that's 25 points. Results between wrestlers in the field. Common opponents, that's another 25 points. Performance against shared opponents. Conference dual record, 20 points. Performance with Big Ten matches. Quality matches / wins, that's 10 points, which is your performance against top ranked opponents. And then RPI is also 10 points. Wrestler stats RPI calculation, including winning percentage, strength of schedule, and opponent strength of schedule. And then you also get conference allocation, 5 points related to NCAA qualification. And then coaches' rankings just factored into the algorithm somehow.
5 points.
For another 5 points for that. Okay.
But it wasn't even like just out of 100. It was just running total. So for every person that Trelly beat in the Big Ten, he got 25 points.
Okay.
For the people in the field, the people
Right,
that are
right.
in the bracket. So like what they were seeing was people who didn't wrestle, like Brandon Cannon, the Ohio State kid that Trelly lost to earlier in the year, hasn't wrestled the past 2 months. He got hurt in the Minnesota duel and he got a 7 seed. He's undefeated this year and he's the 7 or 8 seed. I don't remember which one. Because he didn't get an allocation. He's not in the coach's ranking because he hasn't wrestled in 2 months. And he only wrestled 2 or 3 Big Ten matches. So he had like no points. So he's way down there on the list. But everybody that he dodged and didn't wrestle because he was out and hurt, they did not get those points for winning that match against the backup because he is not in the Big Ten tournament. So it hurts him more, but it also hurts the people who would have or could have beat him. The idea behind it was to avoid the coaches kind of working with each other, trying to boost people's seeds.
I think it's a much better system.
And also
even if it's
to
not perfect.
promote wrestling.
Yeah.
Like if you go out there and put it on the line and you go wrestle, it will favor you more than if you don't wrestle and try to protect your seed. And some people kind of got bit in the butt a little bit.
We talked about that though. I think it's a good thing. And Nebraska wrestling doesn't have this problem.
No,
'Cause I
we
know
wrestle everybody everywhere.
Yeah,
Like
Coach Manning, he's going to wrestle if you're healthy.
But you know, the seeds aren't too bad. I like in the weights where you know we could use some help with the seeds. We got put in pretty good spots, right? At 125, Cale Lordson is the 11. 133, Jake Van D is the 6. 141, Brock Hardy 2. 149, Chance Lamer 6. 57, Trelly Taylor on top, number 1. 165, LJ Aruja, number 5. 174, Christopher Minto is on top. 184, Silas Allred the 3. 197, Cam McDaniel the 2. Heavyweight AJ Ferrari the 2. And with some of those, I think that the only one that we are eligible to or have a chance to change to benefit us would be at 165 with LJ. I think if he's within 15 points of Andrew Sparks, we have a head-to-head win there. We can flip that. But I mean, being the 4 and the 5, you're in the same quarter anyway.
Yeah.
So you're going to wrestle either Maryland or Michigan, who are the 13 and 12 seeds. So it's like, it doesn't really matter too much with some of those spots, but like at 174 with Minto and Haynes, that getting flipped, it's going to put you're either going to have Bo Montanona as the 1 seed in the semis, or you're going to have Patrick Kennedy as the 2 seed in the semis. So it's like the rest of it, I guess, is just trying to get as many 1 seeds as you can for Penn State. But
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you see certain matchups that you like if you can get it to work out in your favor.
yeah, but at 125, I like our spot. I like our seed there. At the 11 seed, we're going to have number 6, the 6 seed, Aiden Smith from Rutgers. He's freshman, not real big. I've watched some of his matches when I was watching Pinto wrestle this year. I would watch some of the Rutgers duels, and he's okay. He has a couple decent wins. I know he beat the Minnesota kid, but Volk is the 5. So if Smith is within striking distance there, they could flip that one. But I don't know if he was or not. I didn't get a good look at the points. I just looked at a couple of them just to see where we were at. Like I was peeking over his shoulder looking at the paper because none of it's public. They send it to the coaches and that's it. So I would like it if they made it public. Like, let's see. So that way, just more online chatter. We can talk about it. We can speculate, do that kind of stuff. But so I like that. I like being the 11 wrestling the 6 there. That put in, I think that Bouzakis and Spencer Moore, because they put Spencer Moore from Illinois at the 2 seed, but Buzakis has 1 loss on the season. I think Spencer Moore has 6, and he's the 2 seed. So I think that one will get flipped, which will put us in Moore's quarter. And before we got pinned in that match, we were winning. So that would be Rutgers first, Illinois second, make our way into the semifinals, automatic qualification for the national tournament. So I kind of I like Kale's spot, especially if that Ohio State, Illinois flip that 2-3. That'll put us in a pretty good spot to punch a ticket there.
Yeah, I think 125 is pretty open.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is there anybody super dominant? Obviously, you got Penn State out there.
Yeah, Luke Lillydahl and Buzakis have pretty much ran the show there this year.
But a good chance to make some noise and some upsets.
Absolutely.
Like, maybe catch some momentum, and then you never know.
Mm-hmm. But those two, they seem like a pretty clear-cut 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
There's some kids from other conferences, like the returning champ is ACC, so we won't know any of that until after they have their conference tournaments. But I like our spot at that way. 133 with Marcus Blaze at the 1, Bird at the 2, Davino at the 3. Top side to be on when you got returning national champ undefeated this year as the 2 seed with Lucas Bird, defending Big Ten champ. And then Davino, whose only loss on the year is to Marcus Blaze and rideouts in the duel. Top side, I would have liked to see Vandy on the top side, but you're going to have to beat 2 of those kids to win anyway. So we might as well just beat all 3, right? It's not going to hurt us going in the nationals, getting more of those matches. But Vandy at the 5, that puts him where? That's bottom quarter, right? 5'10".
Well, Jacob Vandy, they have him at the 6. Are you saying if they flip?
Oh yeah, no, he's not going to flip with Iowa. So he's going to be. That'll put him in the 3 seed quarter. So it'll be him and Davino, second match, which, the first match, it was a 1 takedown match. Van D's right there. He just needs to beat one of those top dudes. And I think that'll get his confidence to the point where, he'll start knocking those dudes off left and right.
Well, how many guys did we have make it to the Big Ten championship rounds last year?
In the finals?
Finals.
We had 2. It was just me and Brock.
Just you and Brock.
Just me and Brock, and we both won.
Okay. Trying to figure out what we had last year compared to last year heading into it. And then, because you weren't a 1 seed heading into it.
I was the 3 seed.
Yeah, you were the 3 seed. What was Trelly?
Trelly
I know he didn't finish.
4 seed.
4 seed. And then Brock Hardy.
2 seed.
He was a 2 seed again.
No, he was the 4 seed.
Okay.
Unless there was something crazy that happened, because he wrestled Mendez in the semis. I think Mendez was the 1.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because he's won a couple with Ohio State, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I think Brock lost to him in Vegas, maybe. And then Brock lost in the duel to Bo Bartlett. I think they dropped him to the 4.
Okay. All that just to point out, I didn't think you had a bunch of 1 seeds, and you had guys.
I don't think we had any 1 seeds last year.
And then 2 guys walk out, making it to that championship final round. So yeah, I mean, I want to say that because there's a lot of wiggle room. Like, these seeds definitely don't define what the odds are going to be here. Because
and
it's a Big Ten. I mean, it's going to be chaos.
Some of the seeds are a little crazy. Like, I like Angelo Ferrari at 184 is in the same quarter as Rocco Welsh, and when they wrestled in the duel earlier this year, they were number 1 and number 3 before Welsh took over the top spot, winning overtime in that duel.
What's going to be the most entertaining class, you think, in the Big
157?
Ten?
The 157 quarters. Oh my gosh. It's Trelly being the 1 seed right there. It's that's money. That we're gonna have a decent match with either probably Contrabone from Michigan in the semis. He's pretty tough, but the bottom side of that way is loaded. Webster, who the Illinois kid Trelly had a super tight one with, the Penn State kid, the Ohio State kid is in the same quarters. The Penn State, it's that way in the second round on the bottom side of that bracket. I'm stoked. Those two quarterfinals are gonna be fire.
That's going to be exciting. I know Brock Hardy. A lot of people are eager to watch him too. We get this one from the Seasonal Harvester off YouTube. He says, what does Hardy need to do to close the gap on Mendez?
Got to come out hot, right? In the duel, the second and third period, we might have won if it was just those 2 periods. I don't know what the score was. I think it was 10-2 at the end of the first period. It's now you're down by 8 there. Now we need a home run move. Right. And then the rest of the match, we wrestle it out. And I think we closed the gap just a little bit, maybe not, whatever it was. But got to come out hot. Got to come out ready to go. Even with the Braden Davis. Braden Davis is also in Brock Hardy's quarter. Brock will have him first match. But that's another one that they might flip the seeds. But I don't like the whole pre-seed thing. Like let's have already done this and put the brackets out so we can see where it's going to be and we can talk about it. So right now we're just speculating. Like I think if they're within 15 points, this might flip. But
yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't just put it all out there. Like once it's final, then we'll drop it.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's to be fair, it's a rough idea. We're pretty close to what it's going to be at least. So yeah, there'll be some changes, but I don't think it'll be nothing dramatic. Just how many small tweaks they end up making there. It'd be fun. I feel like Brock Hardy's in a good mindset too. Right,
he is
now.
in a good mindset.
Like in a really good spot to just kind of put it all out there for one last time.
Absolutely, he's returning champ. He wasn't supposed to win it last year. He was a 4 seed, knocks off Mendez in the semis, scores a bunch of points, but he came out hot in that match. He came out right away, got a takedown. I think Mendez got away, and Brock might have taken him down again. Mendez kind of stormed back a little bit at the end, and I think Brock shut him down with another takedown late. Like if we can get a little bit of the magic that we had last year, and we just kind of get everything falling in line, and everything just kind of keeps going right, we're gonna do well.
Yeah, I don't think, and that's the beautiful part of this team is I don't know how much magic they need. Not to say that your guys' run was fluky. I think you guys put in the work, but I think that momentum's kind of carried on here to where I know you didn't mean it like magic as in it's, not the hard work, but they're good enough to go out there and just be better and not necessarily have to do crazy things or wrestle outside of themselves to try to pull off some miraculous wins or go out there and try to play, chess with points because you're too scared to go out there against better dudes. I think Brock Hardy in particular, he's one of those guys that I'm really circling. And I know the Big Ten tournament doesn't mean everything, but it'll be a good vaulting point to get to the NCAA.
Absolutely. And this is where, right, with the Big Ten, almost every single kid that you're going to wrestle is going to be ranked.
Yep.
All the kids you're going to wrestle after the first session are going to be ranked probably in the top 10, right? So it's like you're not getting a whole lot of gimmies. So it's pretty much just survive this tournament, get through it, stay healthy. And most of them are going to, I wouldn't be surprised if we sent 9 to nationals. We could definitely send 10, right? And then once you get to nationals, that's when having a good Big Ten tournament will help you. So then once you get into the big show, you have a good seed and you can have 2 matches that aren't going to be absolute killers right away.
And then that makes total sense there because, at this point, I'd imagine guys are pretty worn down because there's not how big of a gap is it after you'll wrap up with the Big Ten wrestling champions into the NCAA? Yeah.
So Saturday, Sunday for Big Tens, and then you'll have that week off and then next Thursday.
So Thursday, you're just right back
Saturday,
into it. Okay. So yeah, you want that bye. Get guys a little bit rested too. Because how many days do they spread that out for the NCAAs?
NCAAs is 3 days.
3 days, yeah.
And that's when you kind of want a match or two where it's like, okay, I got these 2. Because if not, once you lose and go to consolation, you now wrestle 2 matches per session. Day 1, there's 2 sessions. Day 2, there's 2 sessions. And then day 3 is just all placing stuff. So it's like if you like last year we had 2 or 3 guys lose in the first session. It's like rest of the tournament. They're two matches, go to bed, cut weight, wake up, weigh in, 2 matches, cut weight, wake up, weigh in. It's like by the end of that, it's like, dang, bro, did you get ran over? Like, are you okay?
Well, a lot of those guys still, competed pretty well because I know we had some 3rd place finishes as well. I can't remember exactly who, so I don't want to drop names to be wrong. But
Van D lost his first match, wrestled all the way back through and took 7th. I think Cam McDaniel also lost his first match, wrestled all the way back through, took 7th. Lenny Pinto lost his first match, wrestled all the way back through, lost in the round of 12. Caleb Smith lost his 2nd match, and then I think he won like 5 straight, 4 straight.
I know he made a big run. 5th,
maybe 6th. I think he took 5th. He did take 5th.
I think it was 5th.
It's like stay on the top side as long as you can. You don't want to be on the backside, but also that's where Penn State got all their points last year in the national tournament.
Yep.
They were like, we're going to have 6 champs. We're going to win over half the weights. I think they left with 2 champs, and I think they had like 5 thirds.
That's what it was.
It's like their kids dropped onto the backside and then just went on a tear. Because, a lot of kids, when they lose the nationals, they're sad. They're not going to be a national champ. Sad boy hours. They're in the backside, and it's like, okay, whatever.
That's where you always tip your cap to Penn State. They don't really cry over spilled milk too much. They get after things. But I think it's a good opportunity for Nebraska. Again, because I always go back to the Ohio State match. I know Ohio State versus Penn State when it was 1v2 didn't have everybody out there. But, you go watch that. And you're like, Nebraska's, really, I think that next team to Penn State that can give them a lot of problems. When we're talking about the Big Ten anyways. We got one off the text line. We'll get to it quickly. Then we'll go to our first break here. 7351 says, again, with the seating changes, was it if they're within 15 points, they can make a switch?
Yeah.
He says small seating changes, not huge for the spectator, but can be a big deal for one seating change for the wrestler, which, yeah, absolutely true. Some of these matchups are going to be probably play a big part in if the coach says something or not to go challenge it.
Absolutely. There's a few spots where they will say something, but most of the time, I was smashing those dudes when I was a 3 seed. So you can win it anywhere. But with that, we'll send you guys the break. Takedown Tuesday on 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations. MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln. There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 12th annual Street Festival. The party goes all weekend long, but starts on March 14th and 15th with tons of giveaways, great Irish food, and green beer. And it continues on Tuesday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 9 a.m. on Saturday, 11 a.m. on Sunday, and 9 a.m. on Tuesday. And the street party starts at 2 p.m. all 3 days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's Irish Pub, located at 8th and P.
The wait is over. It's Truck Month at Anderson Ford, which means big selection and even bigger savings on Ford F-150s. Like lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for only $195 per month. The truck that's built to work hard and play hard. Another reason you'll experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008409. Previous service letter. $195 per month for 36 months, 7,500 miles per year, 8,500 with type. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26.
When you or someone you know has been seriously injured and you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will fight for the justice you deserve in court to get the very best possible outcome. Trust the compassionate and hardworking attorneys at Liberty Law Group when you need an attorney in Nebraska or Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hey, this is Jay Foreman, the host of Old School, 3 to 6 p.m. here at 93.7 The Ticket. And one of my favorite things to do is come down and meet all the fans before and after as they cheer on our beloved Huskers.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com. Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
With your look inside Husker Wrestling, here is your host, Ridge Lovett, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Takedown Tuesday on 93.7 Ticket. I'm your host, Ridge Lovett, and during the break, we were talking a little bit about some of our other guys' spots, and one that I am super excited for if everything stays the same is Chance Lamer. Chance Lamer is in a great spot to make a run to the Big Ten Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Great spot.
So you get for wrestling.
Absolutely.
Just go out there and compete, damn it. Seriously.
That's all it takes. Just go step on the line.
Well, right? You kind of explained to me off here, but why is Iowa in such a tough pickle?
Not wrestling. Their 25-pounder has a lower seed than his coach's ranking. So like where he's ranked in the whole NCAA, I think he's at 6, and he is number 8 in the Big Ten.
Yeah, Dean Peterson for Iowa, which
like what are we doing? Then their 49-pounder, they flipped Jordan Williams with Voinovich a few weeks ago. So Voinovich just started wrestling a month ago.
Mm-hmm. And they have Ryder Block all the way down there as the 8 as well.
Because they've just been swapping guys in and out. And then their heavyweight 10 seed, because any duel that was out of contention, they just sat him on the bench. Just didn't have him wrestle. So congratulations, you get AJ Ferrari second.
That is just crazy.
Then with Angelo, granted he was hurt, but same time the Matrix waits for nobody.
What's going on with Gabe Arnold at 197 all the way at 13?
Their 97-pounder, they dismissed him from the team this year. I think he was ranked number 4 in the country when that happened.
Okay.
And Gabe Arnold has been wrestling at 84 all year. The whole time Angelo's been out, Gabe Arnold has been wrestling all those matches at 84. It's like, why wouldn't you put in a backup at 84 and wrestle Gabe Arnold at 97? If you knew that you were going to send him out here in postseason, get the kid some matches.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how Iowa, because if they do well, it's going to take a lot of coming from the bottom side of the bracket, which I don't care. You did it to yourselves. Good luck. I'm not going to wish ill will upon them, but that's why, again, it just goes to pay out and wrestle, not only for wrestlers. And I wonder if that's a big part why they put this system in place to get more competitive wrestling.
That was the idea. And it was put in place before the season.
Yeah, so I'm still confused what Iowa was doing there with some of their athletes. And not just Iowa, some of these other schools, but I think Iowa right now is the biggest person to lose a lot from the seeding system out of everybody else.
Ohio State has a couple as well,
mm-hmm.
which some of it is just the seeding stuff. Like,
at least Ohio State had some legitimate injuries though
mm-hmm.
with some of those guys. So it's like, okay, I can understand there. We got a few from the text line as well. Let's get to YouTube. Jay Sparks, he says, I think AJ Ferrari should be a number 1 seed.
See, that is also debatable because
mm-hmm.
he had a major decision over the 1 seed, Takedown, who beat Feldman. We lost to Feldman twice, but we wanted Feldman anyway. We weren't worried about wrestling Gadali or anybody else in that way. I know that AJ wants to wrestle Nick Feldman. He wants that one back. So, sooner the better. Then he can go out there and hopefully put on a little clinic on Gadali in the finals or whoever comes out on that top side. But there's going to be some work to do before we get to see those two, because he's going to wrestle Keeter or the Minnesota kid, Tabor. And he beat the Tabor kid. That one was tight. I think it was 1-0, 2-1 in the duel, something like that. So there's going to be some work to do. Got some tough matches.
I got another one. YouTube seasonal ask, did you know Styles was going to be a top guy when he got his shot?
Yes. Styles, that's my boy. Yeah. Stylebender's tough. I knew he was tough when he was here, and he had some differences with the coaches and made some decisions outside of the wrestling room that weren't the best. But I always wish Styles the best.
Yeah,
I
you live and
freaking
learn.
love that kid. He's awesome. But he went out to Oregon State, did his thing, found his way to the podium.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's back in the Big Ten. I wish that he would have came back to Nebraska. Cards weren't there, but I like Lamer. I like Lamer too. I don't know. Lamer's in a good spot. Indiana kid first. Then he'll have Wisconsin, and then it'd be Styles in the semis. I think that's an okay path to make when it comes to the Big Ten tournament. That's not a bad path to make the finals.
No, with a lot of these guys we talked about, Lamer's always the biggest one, and why I think Nebraska has a shot. Right there. He's
right there. He's right there.
He's been getting points against some of the best wrestlers out there. He's been giving up points at really inopportune times, and it just seems to kind of, I don't know what the analogy would be, but like women's basketball, they're a good team, but then they have a quarter where things just fall off. But for the other 3 quarters, they look like they compete, against any of Don Staley's, South Carolina teams. But one quarter loses it. Lamer kind of reminds me of that, the regular season, which it's unfortunate, but the bright side is it's like if you just tweak a little bit there, I think you're one of the best dudes in that class, especially in this Big Ten.
I would agree. I don't see a reason. To me, when I look at 149, that weight class is wide open.
Mm-hmm.
There's a number of kids who can win that weight. Shane Van Ness I think he's the only one who's left undefeated, but there's a number of kids who I could see knocking him off. And I think Lamer could do it. I think the Maryland kid can do it. I think Styles could do it. There's a bunch of kids, and that's just
Styles 100% good. And then I think Lamer as well. Obviously we'll all be rooting for Lamer. Just give me anybody but Penn State in this one.
Absolutely. And
how much does Penn State dominate this one? Like, because the Big Ten wrestling tournament, it's a copy somewhat of what you guys are going to get with the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, a lot of times the podium, it might rearrange a little bit, but it's a lot of the same kids going to be up there in March. But for Penn State dominance here, they're going to have a bunch of finalists, I think. Their 25-pounder, I see him having a tough one in the semis, probably making the finals. 33, the bottom side of that weight is stacked.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to make something happen in the semis. He's going to have Drake Ayala again, or Zan Fugit, who's also real tough, and then the winner of the gauntlet that is the bottom side. 41, no way. That's Brock Hardy Mendez is how I see that. We'll get maybe another NCAA final preview. 49, it was looking like that top side wasn't super fantastic. Probably a Penn State final.
Mm-hmm.
57, good luck to whoever comes out on that bottom side of the bracket. You're gonna have Antrell Taylor in the finals, but that whole bottom side, whoever comes out on that's gonna be worn out. But I could see Duke doing it, but he's gonna have to beat 2 really good wrestlers to do so.
Yeah, 159 is or 157. Excuse me. It's just gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm gonna be.
That's gonna be the best little group of the first session. I think that and 33. That second match of the first session is gonna be sick. 65, Messenbrink.
Yep.
That's a tough problem to solve. LJ will have him in the semis. Still been working on that. That's a tough nut to crack right there. It's a lot of pace. I think top bottom is going to be the key in that one. But Messenbrink, returning national champ, Hodge Trophy leader right now. I think if anyone in that weight can beat him, I think it's LJ, honestly, because it's either LJ or the Oklahoma State kid. It's gonna have to be one of those two because I think he's 7-0 against the Iowa kid, Caliendo, and LJ kind of brings a different style. He's a little funky. He's really good on top. He can find reversals and do some dirty stuff on bottom. So I think that mat wrestling if we're gonna beat him, mat wrestling is gonna have to play a huge role in that mat. We can't stay up on our feet with him the whole time. He's a good wrestler on his feet. 74, Levi Haynes probably gonna go up to the 1. I think that he's probably gonna make the finals. Montanona could give him some trouble. He's real scrambly, does some crazy stuff. 84 is where Iowa not wrestling their guy hurt somebody else because that's
they got the Angelo all the way at 8 for Iowa.
Angelo's all the way up there at 8, so he will have Penn State kids second. and he will have a warm-up match. That's another thing to think about with the 1 and the 2 seed is that he's going to have Angelo. Angelo will have already wrestled a match.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be tuned up, ready to go when he steps out there on the mat. And
Silas Allred actually sitting in a pretty good spot at 3.
he is. That's not a bad spot. He's going to have to beat Fishback. I would have liked to see Fishback on the top 2 because he pushed Welsh real hard in their duel. Gave up a takedown to lose with 10 seconds left. So, and anything to make it a little bit tougher on the Penn State guys, I would have liked to see that in the seeds. But we're 1-1 with Fishback this year, maybe 2-0 with Fishback. I think we're 2-0. Ooh, we might have lost to him in national duels.
I think in national duels you guys
lost to him in national
you only
duels.
have 1 or 2
Yeah, that was
wins.
Cam McDaniel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive you only had the 1.
Mm-hmm. We split with him this year. And I mean, if you're at the Big Ten tournament and you're going to wrestle a top 5 kid in the country,
familiar with him at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then 97, Josh. That's to me when I look at that way, that's Josh Barr, Cam McDaniel straight to the finals. Both of them kind of run through everybody is what I would predict. Heavyweight, the Mirasola kid is pretty good. He beat Feldman. He doesn't do a lot. He doesn't do a lot when he's wrestling. That's where AJ had his downfall, I feel, with the Ohio State kid. Is Feldman doesn't do anything. He's just going to stand in front of you. He's super big. He's super strong. He's not going to do anything. And then Mirasola did the same thing. He just stood in front of him and then disappeared on him once. Should have had a takedown. They wiped it off. Reaction time is a crazy thing. And then he snuck another one at the very end. So I think if we can get a takedown early in that match, if AJ comes out firing, feeling good, and gets a takedown right away. But with Penn State, with Takedown, I think Adali might be a little bit better than Mirasola. He's older, he's experienced. I think he's a 5th or 6th year. So he's been around the block a little bit. So I think Adali makes the finals on that side. But I wouldn't be surprised if Mirasola beats Gadali. So Penn State, they're tough, dude. They're tough.
Yeah, that's a given at this point. We know it's always tough in there, but it does feel nice. Nebraska feels like it's catching up a little bit there, and at least making them nervous. I know we did the last time we were there, and hopefully we can do it again in Pennsylvania. Although I know it's not the same arena. How big is that crowd? I'd imagine because that's going to be nuts. I would think.
I'm pretty sure it's in Bryce Jordan Center. It's probably going to be sold out.
I was going to say if they sell that thing out, that's going to be a lot of blue.
Yeah.
And you want to take down Penn State, but they're going to have a hell of a crowd behind them. I fear. Well, I don't fear. I know they will. It's just how big is that crowd's going to be?
Over 15,000.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be deep.
And they show out for it. They get into it.
They get into wrestling. Doesn't really matter what it is. When they had World Team Trials there a couple years ago, it was the whole stadium or the whole place was blue.
I can respect that. But hey, that's if you're good enough for long enough, you're going to build that culture. So hopefully Nebraska seems to be on that same swing in turn.
That's what it's looking like.
Well, the attendance records have proved it. So shout out to Coach Mark Manning and obviously all the rest of the staff and all the wrestlers, alumni included, because it is fun. I haven't seen Husker wrestling be this big of a deal. I only got down here in 2018, so small sample size. But I remember at the beginning of the year, can't remember who you guys were wrestling. It wasn't like a major match or anything. Actually, no, it was Oklahoma State. You guys them at home. I went down there to shout out to Lincoln Sports Bar and Grill on the south side, and all the TVs had that on. It was college basketball just starting up.
2018?
No, this was this year.
Oh, this year?
Yeah. In 2018, I don't remember seeing that happen.
No.
And this year, I remember
2019 is we took a big jump in 2019. Our 2019 2020 team, the year they got canceled, that we were tough.
Yeah.
My freshman year, our team was loaded. We took second in Big Tens. We beat Penn State, and they canceled nationals on us. It's turds.
I forgot about that.
We do comparisons. Who would have won in a duel, that team or last year's team? It would have been tight.
Yeah, I would have been. I might be leaning one way, but it's pretty close.
It would have been tight.
That might have been the start of it. That just kind of never got, unfortunately, seen by the light of day, because you guys were really starting to turn around then. And luckily, on the bright side, they held on to the momentum, because I think 3 season attendance records. Or 3 this season alone attendance records, because Oklahoma State, you got it.
2 of them last year.
Yeah, and then a couple last year, and you guys just keep upping it. So all that to say, the trajectory feels like it's right in place. So it should be a lot of fun. We got to throw it to break here, though. Rich, as always, you're the host. I'll let you get us out of here.
With that, we'll send it to break. You're listening to Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking for a fresh new hangout spot? Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln.
The wait is over. It's Truck Month at Anderson Ford, which means big selection and even bigger savings on Ford F-150s. Like lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for only $195 per month. The truck that's built to work hard and play hard. Another reason you'll experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008409. Previous service letter. $195 per month for 36 months, 7,500 miles per year, 8,500 with type. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26.
When you or someone you know has been seriously injured and you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will fight for the justice you deserve in court to get the very best possible outcome. Trust the compassionate and hardworking attorneys at Liberty Law Group when you need an attorney in Nebraska or Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back, on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
Hey, this is Jay Foreman, the host of Old School, 3 to 6 p.m. here at 93.7 The Ticket. And one of my favorite things to do is come down and meet all the fans before and after as they cheer on our beloved Huskers.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Fans, are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat to all the action. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and ice-cold drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the wall, so you'll never miss a play. Rally your crew, cheer on your team, and take advantage of game night specials every week. Stop in for a Nebraska basketball game with a party of 4 or more and receive a free pitcher of beer. Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill, right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street. There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 12th annual Street Festival. The party goes all weekend long, but starts on March 14th and 15th with tons of giveaways, great Irish food, and green beer. And it continues on Tuesday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 9 a.m. on Saturday, 11 a.m. on Sunday, and 9 a.m. on Tuesday. And the street party starts at 2 p.m. all 3 days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's Irish Pub, located at 8th and P.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, for brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
With your look inside Husker Wrestling, here is your host, Ridge Lovett, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Takedown Tuesday on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm your host, Ridge Lovett. Third and final segment. Big Tens this weekend. Going to be on BTN Plus and Big Ten Network. I think it starts 10 a.m. Saturday, Eastern time.
I'll double check it right now. 9 a.m.
9
Saturday,
a.m.
Central time.
Central time. Okay. So I think probably session 1 and 2 will be BTN Plus. Yeah.
Looks like it's all Big Ten Network.
All of it Big Ten Network?
Yep.
There we go. We're moving up in the world. Love that. Yeah, this weekend it's definitely gonna be a movie.
What's the hardest part as like a wrestler go to the tournament?
I would say highs and lows. Being able to kind of try to make it a flat line and not get too roller coastery with it, because you're gonna be coming off of tight matches, big wins, big upsets, having to manage your weight the whole time while also supporting your teammates through their ups and downs. Right, you gotta be there, be a good teammate, but at the same time, not get too caught up in what is going on with your team to be able to focus on yourself. Which sometimes it's a tough thing to do, especially with our team. Like, our team's super close. Last year, our team was super close, and we had a couple injuries at the Big Tens last year. Like Jake Van D got knocked out, and we were all kind of real shaken up by that. We're all running over the TV, see what's going on, and But at the same time, it's like, okay, like. We can't get too amped up, too overstimulated watching Jake wrestle. See how that situation is going, because some of us are still warming up, got more matches to go, and just kind of try to no matter what, use the crowd for good. Right? There's going to be a lot of blue in there, a lot of people cheering against you, but just kind of try to feed off the energy, but don't get too caught up in it.
Fair enough. And then as far as just maintaining weight. Because when you're competing back to back to back like that, what are you guys eating between?
I mean, little sandwiches, little like fruit snacks and stuff, quick sugar energy stuff. I'm pretty sure Ron's going to go with us, our nutritionist, and Ron's the GOAT.
So how does weighing in for a tournament like this work? You guys just doing it first thing every morning?
Yeah. So if the tournament starts, you said it starts at 9 a.m.?
Yeah, 9 a.m.
So then weigh-ins will be at 7. 2-hour weigh-in. So they'll have 10 scales. Each weight will weigh in on a scale. They'll run through it. Boom, you can go eat. And then the next morning, 2 hours before tournament starts, you weigh in again. So you kind of got to, usually when you're wrestling, your weight's not going to fluctuate too much, because as you're putting the stuff in, you're going to go wrestle. Right. You're going to burn a bunch of calories. You're going to be sweating. So the biggest part is knowing, at this point, everyone should be pretty professional with it, where we've weighed in the duels, 2-hour weigh-in. You went out and you competed, right? You know what you needed to put in. And you should know after that one match, what do I weigh? But also some kids, they try to take the easy way out, and they're like, okay, I'm going to hold my weight down. I don't want to have to cut too much tonight. Then they go out there and they lose, and they don't wrestle well because they don't have the energy. So there's a fine line between overdoing it, because you definitely want to have energy to go out there and wrestle, but you don't want to put in so much that you're going to be up all night long cutting weight. But at the same time, right, you don't want to underdo it. You got to if you have no weight to cut at the end of the day, you did something wrong. But like my freshman year, after day one, I was like 9.5, 10 pounds over. I was like, oh boy, I overdid it today. But that's the give and take. That's where you learn. Going into those tournaments the next time around, I was like, okay, we can't put as much in. Maybe reduce the sodium in my fluids. Maybe not as many Gatorades, more waters, and just little things like that. But Ron will be there, and we got the best nutritionist in the game. Everyone knows what they need to do.
When was the last time Nebraska wrestling won the Big Ten championships?
I don't think we ever won the Big Ten. We won the Big 12.
Yeah, but nothing in the Big Ten.
2 second place finishes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So put a little bit more on the line there. It'd just be a real hoot and ride to take that thing away in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
what's the hardware
absolutely.
look like?
For the
Because I'm always
trophies?
wrestling. I will
Or-
say has some of the trophies, medals. Because wrestling has some of the best hardware.
Well, for last year, champs got belts.
Oh, that's right.
They
Yeah,
got
because
the
I remember
belts.
the belts that you guys had,
Mhm.
which awesome.
Those
That's the way to do it. When we're
those
talking about
kick ass.
wrestling, you
Those
have
are fire.
to.
I love
to
that
get the belt.
But so champs get the belts, and then top 3 get medals. Says the year, Big Ten championships, place, and they're just gold, silver, bronze. And then last year, runner-ups got little. They were shaped like the Nebraska trophy, or not the Nebraska, the Big Ten trophy.
Okay,
So
yeah.
kind of like that triangle looking.
Yep.
It was just a mini version. Second place said second team All Big Ten. First place, we got that as well. So you got first place got a medal, first team All Big Ten plaque, and a belt. Second place, medal and the little trophy. Third place just gets the medal.
You got that belt on display?
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
propped up in my apartment. They should have gave me one. They owe me one for 2 years ago when I won it.
You should get
Only
another
got
one.
a medal, but the brackets too. So when you win Big Tens, you're walking out of there with your hands full.
That's
You got a
absolutely true.
bracket that's probably 4.5 feet tall. You got your medal, you got your trophy, you got your belt. So, oh boy,
Good chance to win some hardware for
It is.
Husker Wrestling, as they got a big opportunity.
it is.
Pennsylvania, 9 a.m. this weekend.
I will be there. I think DP, we're still in limbo with that. If DP is going to be there, but I will for sure be there doing some coverage, giving updates. So it'll be fun.
Be a lot of fun. Be sure to give him a follow. You know what your handle is off the top of your
Ridge
head?
Lovett.
Ridge Lovett. Easy enough. Follow him. Check out his content. Also, keep listening to The Ticket. We got Jalen Reyes coming up next. 93.7 The Ticket.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap.